uh,
What's up?
that was fun.
Yeah.
What? What, that giant fight we had with Gigasofi?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why didn't you
That
tell
was
us that he
crazy.
could do that?
I didn't know I could do that. I just knew he could bounce and stuff. I didn't know he could go big like that.
I'm more disappointed that all our cameras simultaneously broke. And half of the fucking engine!
Yeah, thanks. Now I gotta fix that. But seriously, that took a lot of weaponry. I mean, we had to dish out a lot to stop that.
Oh, no, the weapons were just a toy with you. We could have done that with our bare hands, but...
What? Why are you talking to me? Thought we were talking about Gigasofi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, we had a lot of weapons for that one. We had cannons, blasters, my bone cleaver, the spider tank I built last week.
The duplicate
again.
bone cleaver that we have on standby just in case.
The what?
I opened up the armory, grabbed the soul caliber.
Yeah.
But honestly, almost all those weapons were just a toy with Safi. Didn't need any of them.
Well, still, he stopped. Oh.
Rumpy's a robot now.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
Rumpy,
not.
Yeah, you are coming in and out, though.
I am? Oh, sorry.
There we are.
Sorry. Might be my throat or mic or something.
Is this working now?
And you're back to being a robot.
I am not a robot. I am a fleshy.
Yeah, what about this?
Okay.
What about this charging plug that's coming out of your ass?
That's
No,
not
no,
a charging
I have the
plug. One of you
perfect-
guys stuck a cable up my ass.
I have the
Bleeping.
perfect indicator. Select everything in this picture that has a street light in it.
You didn't show me anything to choose. There's literally nothing for me to look at. You just said the thing. What is that supposed to...
Okay, either he's a robot or he's just really dumb.
I have nothing to choose here. You just said pick the street light and that's it.
Yeah, Walker didn't show an image.
Do I really have to go looking for an image
No.
Yeah.
and then cut it into pieces? Fuck you guys.
You don't have to do that.
So to be fair, I did eat a robot god. Like,
Hang on, I got something better. Select all the pictures of an angry white man with Irish descent.
Yeah, okay, I see him.
Have you selected all the pictures?
Sure. I don't know. Did you request my hands in your face?
Here, fucking pause on my face.
No.
I'm trying to pretend to watch the commentary.
Out in your face, fun. It's so squishy.
I will sick.
Anyone else want to?
I will sick pixel on you.
Anyone else want to smush Glitch's face?
I do that a lot.
No, I have
Go ahead.
I have a village-sized lizard to kill.
Village-sized
What?
What are you fighting now?
In the check the commentary.
Oh!
Oh, God! Ah, it's a dragon. Kill it.
Great dragon, yes.
Kojira!
Damn it, I leave my enchanted sword at home. So why?
Yes.
Oh, good.
Yes.
It's dead. So who wants barbecue?
Ooh, barbecue. I had some for dinner, but I could go for some more. What are we eating?
Dragon.
Kimono, Middle Eastern, or...
Crate.
Yeah.
Don't think you can actually eat their meat.
Too gamey for me.
But yes, the Crate Dragon Pearl is straight up one of the best lights crystals you can get in the game.
I know.
What color does it make
I had a
the
friend who.
lightsaber?
Whatever you
It's
want
not a
it to
color
be.
crystal. It's not a color crystal though, so it doesn't change the color of the crystal. It just
Delicious rancholada.
Ah, damn.
And here's our first fragment of the Starforge.
Nachos and stuff.
Ooh, look. It's all fancy and glowy and holographic-y.
Wait, did you say the Starforge?
Yep.
Holy shit.
This is the game where the Starforge is from.
Huh.
And for anyone wondering, if anyone who is a Star Wars fan and not know what the Star Forge is from, I'm gonna let Case take it because I don't know what it's from.
Anyone else get the feeling that finding this star map in the back of this Great Dragon's cave is more than just a coincidence?
Observation. There is tremendous power emanating from the star.
Hey, Brian, you want to let them know what the Starforge is?
Drawn to this cave because of it.
A big ass fucking factory.
Yes, Master. I am certain.
Thanks.
Now that we have what we came for, I do hope
That draws in solar matter to continuously and endlessly create more and more war machines on such an unprecedented scale that you automatically win any logistics-based conflicts, because your numbers are yes and the other guys are not yet, and the other guy's army can't be measured in just yes.
Your numbers are yes, the other guy's numbers are literal numbers.
What?
Yeah.
So, you won the conflict before it even started.
I mean,
because you have an unlimited number of droids, starfighters, warships, blasters, and everything.
when those kids used the Starforge, they still had to fight.
I have to give you credit. You've led me on quite a chase.
Yeah, but that's primarily because the Starforge itself is an evil entity that causes anybody that desires to consume everything.
Fun.
Yeah.
Let's go, boys.
So they weren't really using it.
The kids bullied it into submission.
So I did want to ask, it's a little off topic, but out of curiosity, what is the weirdest game you guys can think of that is based off of a property, like a movie or a book or whatever?
Game Boy Advance. No, Game Boy
Monster
Color. Monster House. No, I actually understood that one.
They had Game Boy in 2006.
No,
What?
Walker was thinking of something else. Monster House is a game that's like I can kind of understand why they would make a game based on that movie.
No, but what I was gonna say was on the Game Boy Color, they had 2 games. I say games, I don't really know how you played them. Based off of Austin Powers' International Man of Mystery.
Technically,
Where
they actually were planning on doing 4. And the other 2 games that were originally canceled were found fairly recently.
okay.
I know what you're talking about, though. Those are weird.
I don't know what they are. They're basically just a computer, but without any function.
No, they actually have full games that you can play.
I know I owe you an apology.
How?
But it's
I
essentially
tried playing them, and that
most of the game is basically a glorified PDA.
I know this mission is important. It's just I feel a bit useless.
Like they are not worth, outside of curiosity sake, they're not really worth messing with.
Because this is more important.
I know one of them was a reskin of an Evil Knievel game.
Even if I can't figure out everything that's going on, I still
Wait,
like the actual game. The actual game portion
But I shouldn't have taken that out on you.
was a reskin. Yeah. The actual game portion was a reskin of an Evil Knievel game. But yes, the funniest and strangest part of all 4 of those games, even the canceled ones, they were done by Rockstar.
you're shitting me.
Holy
No.
crap! Really?
Yeah.
I can't tell if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
It is such a straight, because you have to take into account those games, I think, would have come out at best around the time of the first GTA. So like top down GTA. But yeah,
Back when it was supposed to be just a driving simulator.
not driving simulator. I think it was supposed
game.
to be. Actually, no. The first Grand Theft Auto does still have the original. Have the mechanics that other Grand Theft Autos had. It just was top down. When it was supposed to be a racing game was when it was in development. Like that, they changed that almost immediately because of a bug. Hilariously enough.
Yes, it's in your mind. You got it.
It
Bug?
essentially.
Bethesda would call that a feature.
What?
But the original plans for Grand Theft Auto, like the original Grand Theft Auto, would have essentially been the equivalent of a top-down Need for Speed game.
Statement.
And then it changed into Crime Simulator, 1998, I want to say, when the first one came out.
My apologies for making you guys sit through Walking Simulator.
Dude,
We're not-
you're talking
we're not-
walking
we're not-
simulator.
We're not playing Death Stranding.
Hey, this isn't Journey.
I was playing Fallout New Vegas just a minute ago, and now I'm playing the original Fable. You want to talk about walking?
Fable. Oh, jeez.
Why do you guys punish yourself?
Hey, it could be worse. It could be me playing the entire first act of
Literally
Neopets'
anything.
Darkest Fairy. I mean, yeah.
Also, in terms of Star Wars Galactic Battlegrounds, I'm not doing any of the bonus missions.
So just the standard campaign.
Yeah, the campaigns have bonus missions in each of them, but I'm not doing them.
Okay. But no, going back to what I was saying. So, I felt really dumb. So, I had been recording Neopets: The Darkest Fairy, and that's going to be my next playthrough. Something that I didn't know is apparently there is a run button in that game.
Well, yeah, any good walking simulator has a fucking run button.
It's not really a walking sim. It's closer to Fable, where it technically is an RPG.
Are you telling me that you didn't bother to run once in your playthrough?
To be fair, I have not finished recording Neopets.
Oh, good. So we're actually going.
Well, that and I try and cut back because Neopets, one of the biggest criticisms literally everyone has for that game is how annoying the backtracking is. And I at least cut when I need to return to a place that I've already been, I will cut out me returning to that place. So you're not seeing me wander around aimlessly trying to get from the farm to from the farm to Meridell and back again. I will cut that out. But for the entirety of the first act of that game, which could end up being almost 8 hours long, I completely just failed to realize there was a run button. So when we inevitably get to that playthrough and you're wondering, wow, Glitch is walking really slow. I wonder, does he not know there's a run button? The answer is, yes. I don't know. I'm a fucking idiot.
And with all that information we have now...
Translation. To speak them in error is a blasphemy.
Ow.
Hey, yeah, it coming.
Translation.
I mean, again,
Translation. He is stupefied, man. Translation.
I do go on my way to edit out backtracking, or heavy backtracking, so that you're not... So you guys aren't suffering as much watching me just be as big an idiot as I typically am. Because I think the worst part is I am playing that game for the first act I play without having a proper map of where each area in the game is relative to other ones. So I end up getting lost a lot. Hang on.
You? Lost? No.
That's crazy. That's like a day in
Never.
why.
Translation.
Sorry, slowly choking on my spit. Well, and to be fair, yeah, you're right. I do get lost a lot in games. This is getting lost to a whole other degree.
Oh god, he's leveled up.
Translation.
I have become
no.
I have become Zorro levels of lost.
There was no sand.
Oh,
The land
oh,
was
oh no, that's bad, honey. That's bad.
Hey, 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 hey.
Though the land was beautiful, they lived apart
You
from
can't
the land. They
outlast
looked up
me
and saw beyond
yet.
the horizon. They dared to reach the stars.
Are you admitting that your Zoro level's lost?
There are no words for how long
I do get lost professionally, yeah.
before the house
Okay, well that's it. You're now Mosshead.
before the city fell, before the builders. Cautionary. I should warn you, Master. Clarification. They make
Don't
But,
be surprised when I dye your hair green when you least expect it.
Yeah,
You're
don't
gonna
be
need a lot of
surprised.
fucking hair dye because my hair
obedient.
almost goes all the way down
Translation.
to my backside.
Translation.
Yeah, like that's gonna stop me.
I was going to say also,
I never said it's gonna
also-
stop you.
also Rumpy, don't be surprised when you suddenly are missing both your kidneys.
Translation.
Yeah, what else is new?
Demons of metal stripped the world of its riches until all that was left was the green of the ground. The great cities were lifted away. Translation. Those that had used the wealth were taken along with it. Transgressors abducted to serve past the sky.
Don't mind me.
Seeding the stars
Slowly
with
dying
Satan,
and muting my mic, so
adaptable slaves.
my death is not recorded.
Translation.
Oh god, I'm seeing stars.
By the way, this is the actual history of Tatooine.
Came a time when the builders were also
Neat.
Hooray!
I love-
history lessons.
I love the fact that I'm barely paying attention.
Weakened them, and the time of the Great War began.
I'm actively sleeping through my history lessons again.
Faltered, and his people realized what had been
Do you want to learn the same lesson that Midas did?
and would now strike down the greater offender. Translation: they worked chaos in the machines, so they destroyed themselves. The builders fought back, laying waste to the green that had been misused with fire from above. Translation: soil became glass, grinding to sand, but the fight was long planned, and his people were safe. Deep in Cave Holmes'
To be fair, I'm not paying attention.
They
I'm not paying attention in this particular history class, but not because I'm not listening to the lesson. It's because for some reason the only thing that's playing through my head
editing
is a musical rendition of
this section of
Homer's The
detail
Odyssey.
details several millennia of the long walk, their nomadic wanderings as they
And I just can't focus because all I can hear in my head is just the songs from that musical.
Just assume there was much fighting over who has the biggest bantha and move on to more recent things.
Watch this. This is funny.
Resignation.
Oh, yeah?
Well, master, very well.
Basically, he's like, "Look, this history lesson's gonna be boring as fuck. Can we just skip to what's coming up next?" And I'm like, "No, I want to hear the whole story." It's just like, "Fuck me."
Would not be misused. Translation: then machines fell from the stars again. Outsiders like
Wait, hang on. I okay. Making sure I saw that correctly. Did the game itself say several hours later?
Yes.
Translation:
Okay, so I did see that correctly. Oh, that's. And Revan is just sitting there. Revan is
Eagerly
just sitting there.
listening.
No, I have this image in my head. Revan just sitting there like. I regret agreeing to this.
The last 1,000 years are full of conflicts with different groups of attempted planetary settlements.
Would you like to hear the history of Tatooine? Yeah, sure. I need a good way of falling asleep. I've had insomnia for the last week and a half.
Translation. 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 Criticism.
Jeez.
Translation. Translation. Obedience.
And here's where we get into a method of fighting them without doing dark side or light side points.
Translation.
By recounting their history?
Oh no, by asking, like, wait a minute, if this is all oral tradition, how much of this can actually be said to be accurate?
Translation. Cautionary.
Oh, so you fight them with logic.
No, basically they get offended at the fact that how dare I suggest that their oral tradition isn't perfectly accurate.
Translation. Cautionary.
Ah,
Oh,
so they're those kind of religious fanatics.
Yes. Even books are blasphemously technological.
never trust anyone who undervalues a book. All I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, they're the best weapons in the world. They're the best weapons in the universe, especially when you throw one at somebody at high speeds. With that
Hey.
philosophical lesson and the entire history of Tatooine now behind us, we'll see you guys next part.
Did you just
I
say
hate
you
it.
were gonna throw a book?
Yes, at high
You
speeds.
guys are disrespect to books.
Hey, Robbie, you ready?